Ahead of the long holiday weekend, we're putting a focus on one great American pastime, but not the one you might think. We're not talking about baseball. We're talking about baseball card collecting.
Yes.
Michelle, take it away.
Buying baseball cards and collectibles, actually. You know, the baseball card market, Eric, is a long way from where it was at its peak in the last decade. But you know what? There's a bull market all the time for some cards, and that's why Mr. David Hunt is here. He's the president of Hunt Auctions. And David, I want to talk a little bit about the cards we have and the proofs that we have in front of us. You know, that T206 Honus Wagner card, considered the holy grail, right, of baseball cards. You've got the proof.
Yeah.
You think it's going to sell for over $250,000 at the All-Star game in a couple weeks. Why is it worth that much?
Well, you know, if you think about the Wagner card itself, it's an iconic piece. It's not just a baseball card, and that really has kind of driven the market for this piece, hypothetically. This is the actual proof that was used to make that card back in 1909 to 11. Right. Wagner didn't actually object to tobacco. He objected to kids buying tobacco to get a baseball card. So as such, that's what kind of created that legend all these years.
Well, and some people think, I mean, he was a pretty shrewd businessman too, right? And he might have objected because he wasn't getting this proof right here. He wasn't getting the kind of money from the American Tobacco Company that he might have wanted to get.
It's certainly possible. I mean, you know, back then they obviously didn't have a lot of the copyrights and agents like they do today.
There were no lawyers involved.
There were not. Not that we know of, anyways. But yeah, it kind of all those stories and things really lend itself to the value and the legend that's grown over those many years. And really, whether they're accurate or not, it's just really adds to the story. You
know, I want to get to this bat on the table here very quickly. 1951 World Series, famous obviously because it was Mantle's first. He was a rookie that year, and Joe DiMaggio's last World Series.
That's right.
And tell us about this bat.
Well, each year Louisville Slugger would make 2 bats for each player that would be designated with the World Series stamping. So obviously adds a great deal of value to it. Tragically, Mantle also caught his cleat in a great out in Yankee Stadium's outfield that year, so it really kind of hurt his career for that entire rest of his career.
And this is being auctioned off as well at the All-Star game.
This is part of it.
What's the damage?
Well, 2 ways to look at that, but it should be about $100,000 to $150,000. Really special piece, very significant.
All right, so we have something like $300,000 worth in baseball collectibles on this table.
At least.
Finally, here, you know, the Strasburg market has been heating up. Tremendous interest in this guy. $30,000 apparently for one super refractor card.
Right.
Money well spent or money well, you know, spent?
You know, whenever you have a hot prospect like this, and granted, this pitcher is certainly legitimate as far as the pitcher is concerned, but you have to be really careful because it's speculative. It's like any investment. If he goes out tomorrow and gets injured, what will that card be worth?
Right.
These players prove themselves, so we'll have to see.
Right. No chance of injury for either Wagner or Mantle.
That's right. Not anymore.
Okay. Thank you so much,
David.
David Hunt with Hunt Auctions.